So I have one important question for people who voted leave. Just how bad do things have to get before you finally admit that maybe you've made a mistake? In this very short video, I'm going to show you various reasons why Brexit has been a massive fuck up, and then look towards the future, like pretend that we actually do have one. On the build up to the Brexit vote, we learned that the Brexit campaigners had their own brand of condom, which is a bit strange because they're more used to pulling out and then making a mess of everything. If you want a tweet that sums up Brexit perfectly, how about this one from Julia Hartley-Brewer, who says, "Morning all, so what are we running out of / having to queue to buy / haven't planned for / can't find enough people to do the job / paying far more for today?" Now that's actually a sarcastic joke from Julia Hartley-Brewer there. Unfortunately, it's actually how most people think when they hear the word Brexit. How about this news from October 2018? Brexit 50p coin expected to be announced in budget. Now that is a bold move because a post-Brexit 50p will not be worth 50p. I had a brilliant idea coming up with a new post-Brexit currency called Bitcoin, which is a useless replacement for money, if I'm honest with you. It's quite a complicated system that only a few people understand. It's worthless and it's currently trading as pound sterling in the UK. April 2018, Britain needs more doctors. So why is this one facing deportation? And it shows, of course, that links to Brexit and amnesia have been confirmed once and for all. Now, on a more topical note, Brexiteers say the EU energy crisis that we're all suffering from has nothing to do with Brexit. And they're right. Largely, it has nothing to do with Brexit. Not entirely, but largely, okay? And the paranoia that Leave voters have is quite telling, isn't it? Because there's so many examples of Brexit chaos that they now claim victory when a disaster is unrelated to Brexit. I wouldn't call that a win. I would call that more of a distraction from the chaos of Brexit. Now, if you need another example of that happening, this week grifters across the UK proudly declared that EU empty shelves meant the British shortages that we're all seeing can't be an isolated incident such as Brexit as a cause, but then it turned out the Belgian shortages were due to strikes, and not a single grifter, not a single propagandist detracted their story. I wonder why. This led to hilarious consequences when Darren Grimes, who also posted it on Facebook, got banned for a few days for posting fake news, a thing that these guys supposedly hate. Now, you might remember this from about a month ago from the Daily Express. Brexit triumph as Crown stamp finally returns to pint glasses after 15 years. Yes, something as pointless as having a different coloured passport. What a win for Brexit that one is, guys. Pint glasses to have a stamp on them in the same week as beer shortages due to Brexit were announced. I mean, you couldn't make it up, could you? Now, I'm going to show you a headline, and you may remember Project Fear saying something very similar to what you're about to see on your screen, but this is from 3 years ago on the 29th of July. Army aid. Ministers may deploy the army to deliver food and medical supplies if no-deal Brexit causes shortages. Thank God that prediction didn't come true. What? Hungry, you say? Look, Brexit is going to be fine, guys. It's going to be fine. Who really needs medicine, food and affordable products anyway? Joking aside, guys, I do have to ask, how bad does it have to be before Leave voters admit that Brexit was a huge mistake and has been a massive failure? Yes, Remainers will get a good laugh out of people with their tail between their legs admitting that they were fucking stupid for what they did in 2016. Yes, it's going to be hard for you to say that it's a mistake, which is probably why most of you won't admit it. Now, a lot of people want to make a comment below this video or in the tweets that they see this video and say that, well, actually, I think what you're forgetting is there was a big pandemic. That's the main cause of all of these problems. And no, I don't know if you noticed, I didn't say that wasn't the case. Yeah, I didn't say that the pandemic probably stopped a few trucks getting through and the pandemic probably resulted in a few people not picking plants and stuff for a portion of the year. But we're open again now. How long, if you don't want to answer my original question, then answer this one. How long can you blame the pandemic for things that are no longer related to the pandemic. You can drive a truck in a Britain that is unlocked, that is not in lockdown. You can pick fruit in a Britain that is not in lockdown. You can be a chicken or a turkey farmer in a Britain that's not in lockdown. But you're not going to do that, are you? Because no one wants to do those jobs, right? And the Europeans who left because of Brexit, they don't want to come back and do those jobs, even when they're offered shitloads more money than they were already on, which is pretty decent wage for many people, especially truck drivers, maybe not so the fruit pickers and so forth, but you're offered loads of money, and 27 people have so far applied for a measly 300 jobs, which will not even put a plaster over the gaping wound of Brexit and all of those shortages in haulage firms. I mean, there's so much to unpack there, but no one's even bothering coming over. And Boris just suddenly said, oh yeah, we're training those people, British people, to do these British jobs and pay them British wages. But the point is that the foreign people did that before because the British didn't want to do those jobs, and they still aren't wanting to do those jobs. So what the fuck are you going to do? And how have you only just decided that this is your plan after all of this that's gone on before? You thought, you didn't ever think, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't kick out all the foreigners because that might fuck up our economy completely. That was a depressing end to the video, but do remember there were jokes in it, so if you are feeling sad, just go back and watch those again. Thanks for watching. Remember, this is Anti-Social Media. I'll do plenty of videos like this and many other topics in the news, especially taking the piss out of gammon and so forth. In fact, I've got a whole playlist called Gammon Box, which you can see there and you can find in the description below, the playlist that is. Do click on that to watch about 25 videos about these fucking morons. Until next time, thanks for watching. Do subscribe, do comment, and do share this online, no matter where it is, Twitter, Facebook, etc. And laters, betas.